Welcome back. So it is now nearly mid-January. So Christmas come and went, and I didn't really do. What did I do over Christmas? Tell you what I did. I put another coat of the tinted Rapture on the underside. I wasn't happy with how the seam sealer was bleeding through. So what I should have done is I put the primer on, and then I put the seam sealer on, and then what I should have done is primed over it again. I didn't when I sprayed it on, sprayed the stone chip on. I think mainly because it's a lighter colour, it was the seam sealer, because it's dark. The seam sealer is darker than the primer. It was grinning through, and I know it's the underside of the car. But even even in the arches, I could just about see it, and it was winding me up. So got the better of me. I ordered some more, so I did that over Christmas. Other than that, I took it off the spit, as you can see, and it was only sort of last weekend I sort of started back on it. So I've not really done a lot, and I'm no further forward, that much forward than the last video really. But I have done some bits and pieces, and I will just show you around, give you a bit of an update. The next thing, once I've shown you, so the next thing I've got to do is pretty much, I've got some bits of filling to do here and there, and then I'm going to rub everything back, clean everything up, wipe everything down. Then I'm going to get 2 coats of epoxy primer over the whole car, inside and out, and then I'll look at the fine filling, and then I'm going to, once all that is done, I'm then going to put another 2 coats of epoxy primer on. I've been through the process before, and I've had to do more filling after I put the primer on, and then I've gone through it, and it's caused me problems when I've gone to do the spraying, so the top coat. So I'll show you around now, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. Happy New Year to everyone as well. So what have I been doing? So I don't know whether you remember, but on the rear parcel shelf here, there was it wasn't gone completely, but it was just a bit jagged and rusty. So obviously you can see I've cut a section out, put a new piece in, so that's okay now. There was a few bits and pieces here and there that I just needed to sort of tidy up, like this bit here. It wasn't quite right. I welded it. The weld was too high up, basically. So yeah, like I say, I've got some little tiny bits of filling here and there. I've cleaned everything up, and now I've got etch primer on all bare metal. So yeah, I'm at the stage now where I can just do a bit of tidying up, and then bits of filling. I want to get the filling, the main part of the filling, done before I put the epoxy primer on. So what have I been doing here? So obviously I welded a new rear quarter in, and I welded in a new boot section, and if you remember from the previous videos when I was doing that, these lines were completely different. I don't know how or why that was, bad pressing. So I've had to put some filler on, which I've done, to try and reshape it. It needs a little bit more work on this side. Probably can't see too much on the camera, but the lines they're there or thereabout now. There's a little bit down there I've got to bring back up, so I will have to put a little bit of filler here, and there's a little bit of a recess here, so I've got to sort that out. But other than that, the lines are looking much better. I have filled the spot weld or the plug weld holes up here. That is pretty much there. That was a good weld anyway. I have put a little bit of filler in the plug welds there as well. Obviously you can see any bare metal on the outside where I've put the panels and that in. I've put the etch primer on, and then again on this side it's still a bit wet there, but you can see I've had to do a bit of work on this one as well. So this one needs a tiny bit more as well, but the lines are looking much better. You can see it's not perfect, but it will be. So other than that, yeah, it's all etch primed. So there's a lot of dust and furrings just from where I've been cutting and stuff, cutting dust and so on. So I'm going to, like I say, clean everything up. I'm going to put the seam sealer on once I've put the epoxy primer first coat on, well, the first two coats on, or am I? I'll have a think about that. I might put it on because it can go on the etch primer coat. Yeah, I may do that first actually. And I actually found that there was a bit of a the flange had split here. So I've just had to weld that this morning, weld that back in. It's a little tiny finger full of filler, but it's all good to go. So yeah, that's where I am. Slow progress, but I'm now ready to really sort of start priming, filling, priming, sanding and so on. So yeah. Yeah, so next video will probably be me doing a bit of prep work. Whether that goes out or not, I don't know. But yeah, slow progress, but we're getting somewhere now, so I'm happy. So see you on the next one. Thank you very much.